All right, back at it, back in the saddle. So kilometer post 4, that means we got 7 to go. Again, you get another one of these little spots here where you can really see the geography of the Canadian Shield, all kind of wet and swampy and boggy. Got another rock cut here. I know I pre-recorded this one because I remember the telegraph pole here that's leaned over. Probably better than what we're going to see right now. So let's show you that clip from this morning. Okay, let's pre-record this cut as well. Basically, you can see here, it's not a particularly high cut, it's not particularly long. The sun has just literally poked out, and you can see what it does to the cuts, right? So it's all shaded on this side, maybe 10 feet high, a little bit taller on this side, but you can see basically this side is all kind of illuminated, and this side is all dark. So it really fools around with the lighting. Again, a little bit lower on the north side. Seems like it's taller on the south side here. Here we're kind of getting into 15 feet, 13 feet, somewhere in there. Really starts to peter out here on the north side and continues here on the south. Again, you can see the age of the cut. You can see all of the moss that's growing on the rock. And just the kind of last little vestiges here, and then the last little pieces here on the south side. Okay, so let's hold up here and we'll resume with the bike. Okay, let's resume here. For some reason there's a telegraph pole on that side, and there's a telegraph pole right in here. You can see it hiding right there. So now we're going to start getting into more telegraph poles. You're going to start seeing more of them. Oh. That breeze is nice. The sun might pop behind that cloud for a little bit. Might help with the lighting here. You can definitely see there's storming action over there. You can see some really cumulonimbus clouds up there, some thunderheads. So here you can see some of the vestiges of the logging that was done in the years after the railway was shut down. So all of these slash piles that were never, usually what they do is they pile up all the garbage and then they burn it in the winter time. Guess they haven't gotten to it. Definitely would not want to burn it right now. Again, it is very dry. You can see that there's some heat right here. You can really smell the fresh pine. So obviously they've loaded up some logging trucks and stuff right there, or adjusted the load or something, because you can smell that freshly cut pine. See, the sun goes behind a cloud, and how much nicer the view is, how much more diffused the light is. Yet more slash piles. Pretty straight section of grade here. You can see it kind of going straight that way, and it's pretty straight going back this way here. I know you're probably thirsty, Loon. You're probably warm just as much as I am. Whew. All right, so we pre-recorded this one too, but what we'll do is we'll see whatever one looks better, because we got some shade now. Might look a little better. So here you can see it's basically a cut, and then it's going to transition into a rock cut. You can see just old discarded ties. Again, this is the area where it looks like they did another area where they did some work. You can see a telegraph pole there. Just clear Dominion 42s left on it. Because usually these cuts there's some big, like either water-filled puddles, or the puddles are dry, but they're pretty deep because they've just been pounded out by years of people driving back and forth. So here we can get into the actual real rock work. You can see that we're probably 12-15 feet here. You'll notice the very jagged appearance of the rock. So this was basically done before modern blasting techniques. You can see the age as well with all the moss that's growing on the rock. So nowadays, with modern blasting tools and explosives, they basically drill those holes, and the explosives that they use just basically shear off the rock, and you get these very nice symmetrical rock cuts. They're very flat. The sides are very uniform, not like this where they're all kind of undulating, right? And again, that's just the nature of the explosives that were used at the time, right? You mean you just could not get a nice clean blast out of it. So here you can see this face is very, very straight. Either one of two things: either it was like that, or when they blasted it, it just managed to come off in a big sheet. Otherwise it would not appear like that. So here you can see the cut continues. Again, probably maybe 10 feet or so. Now it's starting to kind of come down a bit. We're losing the shade. You can see it's all sunny over there, and now the sun's starting to pop up behind me. You can see another piece of telegraph pole. All right, so we're pretty much through the cut now. You can see it's sort of starting to peter out a bit. Feels like I'm coasting a bit. So kilometer post 5. So that means that we got 6 kilometers to go. 2 more river crossings and a station and a special thing. You'll see. All right, so back out into the open here where they've done some cutting. I thought for sure there were some, I probably missed some. Thought for sure there were some telegraph poles that I saw in this area here, probably back there, just at the end of the cut. This grade is certainly a lot easier to bike on compared to the other abandoned line, the Kinghorn, with the ballast. This one has been pounded flat The only problem is it kind of loses a little bit of its character here. You can see another piece of telegraph pole. I mean, obviously the line itself is still kind of there, but you lose a little bit of the character, you know, when it kind of transitions into a road. So this is one of those spots where you get a tiny little bit of cell coverage. My phone just kind of blew up with a bunch of notifications. So here we're back into another cut. Again, you'd be able to see a little bit more if we had just a tiny bit of shade. That cloud isn't really kind of cooperating with us. So there's a telegraph pole. You can see it in there. Sometimes they stick out really, really well because they're kind of bleached white, and they really contrast with the surrounding trees. Oh. Not used to pedaling with the dog either. So here you can see the sides of the cut get much higher. Again, if it was cloudier, you'd be able to see it a little bit better. You can see another telegraph pole there. And there's another one, pieces of one. So here we're going through, you can see a little glacial feature here. Little till ridge. Yeah, and you'd be able to see it a little bit better if we didn't have this harsh sun. Okay, maybe what we'll do is we'll hold up here for a second, and then we'll keep plugging along.